Hi guys, good afternoon. We're going to start the Hangout on Air right now. First of all, welcome to everyone who's joined in. This is the first Hangouts we're trying across India and Southeast Asia. Today, the content is going to be around mobile app engagement, and we've got Anisha from the India office and Dipesh joining us from Singapore, and they will walk us through the content and also do a demo on mobile app campaign implementations. So taking it away to Anisha, who'll start it off.
Hi everyone. Thanks Jenny for the introduction. Um, my name is Anisha. I work with the India sales team and I've been a part of Google for the past 3 years. I work specifically with the travel vertical and I've worked with many app-focused advertisers over the last 3 or 4 years. And therefore, I feel app engagement is a really relevant topic for today. And I'll just I'll take you through the content that we have today. Just give me a second so that I can share my screen. So I'll structure the discussion in two broad areas. I'll take you through the importance of app engagement first, why it's relevant today, and then we'll go over the Google offerings on app engagement. So as you would all know, you know there has been a tremendous increase in the number of apps that are available in the ecosystem today. Almost every business has an app. But with that, there's a challenge. Advertisers face a challenge with retention on the app. In fact, we have statistics that say only 20% of the apps are ever used. So consumers today have more and more choice, but advertisers have a real challenge when it comes to retention on their app. And we see that at the end of the month, a tiny fraction of the apps are actually, they still have active users. And hence, over the past year, we've seen the conversations with the advertisers also evolve from a cost per install metric, which was slightly more upper funnel, to an event within the app or a cost per event, cost per transaction, cost per video view, whichever event they're concerned about the most. And this is because an install no longer matters, right? The advertisers want users to engage with the app, to take the relevant actions within the app. And that's how our key KPI metrics have evolved over the past few years. And in order to, take users to a specific page within the app, we need something called deep linking in the app. And this particular slide takes you through the flow of how deep linking works, right? So a user searches for instructions on making a perfect cup of tea. He is able to, see content for two particular apps. He installs the app that he's interested in, goes to the Play Store, uh, um, accepts the permissions and downloads the app. And once the app is installed, he's able to go to the particular page within the app that he was looking for. So this is how deep linking works. The way Google made web content accessible and discoverable, in 1998, that is deep linking is the equivalent of that in today's world, in an app-dominated world. So hence, the first requirement to start app engagement is deep linking. And of course, it's a much more personalized experience for the user, and hence it reduces the friction in the overall experience. Now, once the advertiser has deep linking enabled in his app so that his content is actually discoverable on the web, there are three ways in which the advertiser can re-engage with the user, right? Deep linking enables the app to be surfaced on organic search results, uh, on ads on the search network, and also on ads on the AdMob network, which is the Google display app network. So essentially, these are the three ways in which re-engagement can be done. So once deep linking is enabled within the app, the second thing that the advertiser needs to do is set up in-app conversion tracking, which essentially means he can measure the results of the app re-engagement campaign that he sets up, whether it's on search or display. And on search, uh, uh, the user flow is such that he'll type a query and he'll be shown the ad for that particular app. On display, he also needs to set up remarketing lists. So we've already spoken about deep linking. As I mentioned, we need to set up in-app conversion tracking next. And there are two ways in which this can be done. It can be done via Google SDK, which means the advertiser needs to put a piece of code on his app, or it can also be done without the code in a more seamless manner via server-to-server integration. And this server-to-server integration can happen directly between AdWords and the advertiser's app, or the advertiser can also do this via a third party. So hence, once the in-app conversion tracking is set up, whether it's set up via the SDK or via server-to-server integration, the advertiser can actually measure the results from the campaign, and he can also create remarketing lists based on the events to target on the display network. And finally, he also has access to the Google Conversion Optimizer tool so that he can optimize basis the target cost per event. And just talking about the Google products for app engagement in a little more detail. So as I mentioned, we have three main products. One is the organic search results, for which the advertiser just needs to enable deep linking. The second is search app engagement. Within search app engagement also, we have two different products. If the advertiser is only focused on promoting his app, then the ad that is showing on the left-hand side is the one that's relevant. So only the app link will surface, and he'll be taken to the specific page within the app. However, if he also wants to promote his M site, if he has both the app and the M site asset, then we also have a product which allows him to show the link to both the app and the M site. So it's really up to the advertiser on what his primary goal is. And if it's an app-only client, then of course, the ad on the left is the one that makes the most sense for him. Um, so, uh, so we covered search, but as you would all know, Google also has the largest network of apps, which we call AdMob or the Google Display App Network. And therefore, in order to ensure coverage, we also need to make sure that we're running engagement on the Display App Network. Uh, you know, Almost 86% of the time spent on mobile devices by users is within the app network. And hence, it's important to capture users when they're spending time within the app. And that's really the benefit of expanding your app engagement campaigns beyond search to display. And so, so one way to set up display app engagement is by creating remarketing lists based on in-app conversion events. That's what we touched upon earlier. But even if the advertiser is unable to set up in-app conversion tracking, this setup is as simple as uploading a list of ad IDs which the advertiser will have via CSV upload and then targeting them on the display network. So just to sort of summarize, this is how the app remarketing flow works. The user downloads the app. He's added to the list based on the custom action that he's taken within the app. Um, then the user leaves the app, and based on the list that he's added onto, the advertiser's ad will be shown to him across the mobile app network, whether that's on search or display. And there are many use cases for the type of remarketing lists that you can create. You can target users who already bought something within the app, and therefore you can cross-sell to them with other products on the app. For example, An online travel aggregator may target somebody who's already bought a flight with an ad for hotel booking. You can target users who haven't opened the app for some time and therefore are infrequent visitors to your app and drive engagement with them. You can also target loyal customers or high value customers with better offers and reward their loyalty. Um, you can target users based on particular uh, funnel that they're in the purchase cycle. So if they've abandoned from the cart purchase, from the cart shopping cart, then you can target them with a urgency-based message to close the sale. And finally, if your advertiser has many apps, then they can of course cross-promote the users of one particular app with the other app offering. And this is just a client testimonial that we have on app engagement. So GoIBibo is an Indian online travel aggregator, and they used display app engagement for driving hotel bookings, and they saw some fantastic results. They had deep linking enabled within the app, and they used Google Conversion Tracking SDK to create remarketing lists and to measure the results of the campaign. So we thought it was relevant to cover this client testimonial as well. Yeah, so that's what I had on app engagement. Any questions?
Okay, hi guys. We are still waiting for questions on the page. So you can put in your questions as comments and Anisha will reply to those towards the end of the session. Now we are moving over to Dipesh, who joins us uh, from the Singapore office, and he will do a walkthrough for us on implementation of mobile app campaigns. Dipesh, over to you.
So, hello everyone. I think you can hear me. So I'm Dipesh. I am from the GTech team in Singapore. I work out of Singapore office, and I primarily work on helping clients with implementing AdWords mobile app solutions. What I wanted to do today was do a quick demo of how you should go about setting your app engagement campaigns in an AdWords account. I hope everyone can see my screen. So when you log into your AdWords account, so this is my AdWords account, and I'm using this for demoing. You need to follow a specific process to set engagement campaigns properly. Some of them are account level things, and some of them will be campaign or ad group level things. The first step I would say is first to link your AdWords account with the Google Play account, which owns the application. Now that is important primarily because it will lead to the creation of an automatic user list of all the users who have installed the app. That data is coming from the Google Play Store itself, and then you can engage with the user base, which of all the users you have who have installed the application. Now the way to do it is once you log into your AdWords account, you will see this wrench icon on right hand side top. Then go to this linked account section. What you will see is a bunch of AdWords products like Google Analytics or Google Play. Select the Google Play option, and once it loads, it will give you the ability to send an invitation to the developer account which owns the application. So if you click on plus account, you will see this email option, where you should be putting the Google Play developer account owner email ID. Once you put this and send the invitation, the Google Play developer account owner will get an invite in the Google Play developer console UI, from where they can accept the invitation. The steps are actually also listed in our help center. There is a link on how to link your AdWords account and a Google Play account in this page itself. So learn more. If someone clicks on learn more, they will be taken to the page which actually details out the steps on how to actually link your AdWords account with the Google Play account. Now, once this linking has done, The second step will be actually setting up your in-app conversions. Why this step is important? Because obviously when you're setting up engagement campaigns, you want to know what kind of events or activities users are doing in your application after they have clicked on your engagement ad. Now the primary one thing you need to know or figure out is what are the in-app events you would like to track within your application. Is it a purchase? Is it a registration? Sign up? Uh, those things. The way you set it up is, again, you will go to Tools, go to the Conversion section, and then when you're trying to create a conversion, in-app conversion event, just click on plus conversion. You will see a bunch of options here. Select the app, and then depending on the platform you want to, select Android or iOS. For this time, this training, let's select Android. Again, for Android, you will see app installs Google Play, app installs first open, in-app actions, because there's in-app engagement campaigns. Let's select the in-app event. You can give this a name. For example, let's give this a name of training app. Done. Value, if you have a static value, you can put it here. Most of the clients actually don't assign a value, so you can select this option. Done. Look up your app. This is essentially you will be selecting your application. You can select by name or the package name. For example, let's see this one, Blue Cereal. Done. The next option is actually count. Do you want to count every conversion or unique conversions? Depending on your needs or KPIs, you can select every or one. Let's say for this training, let's select everyone. Conversion window, you can select 30 days, 1 week, or do a custom one. Categories, again, how you want to closely define your conversion action. For example, you will get a bunch of pre-populated ones like purchase, sales, sign up, lead, view of a page, or if your conversion action doesn't fit in any of these ones, you can select other one. If you would like to, for conversion optimizer to optimize against this conversion action, select yes. Otherwise, you can select no also. Once you do this and click on save and continue, you can see your settings here. If you think that any setting is incorrectly selected, you can edit the settings and change it. At the bottom thing, you will see these two options. The first option is put the tracking code into your application. You will select this option if you are using the Google Conversion Tracking SDK, if you have implemented Google Conversion Tracking SDK in your application for conversion tracking. If you have selected this, follow these steps. Essentially, what you will be getting is a conversion ID and a label combination. For example, for this conversion action, you can see this is the value for conversion ID, and this string is the conversion label. Conversion ID is unique to an AdWords account, and conversion label is unique to a conversion event. If you're using server to server, for example, if you have a third party which is tracking your conversions, you can send them these conversion ID and label information and ask them to integrate them in your application. Once this is done and there has been a successful integration of this conversion event in your application, we will start receiving pings. And if a conversion event is triggered after clicking on the ad, we will start reporting them. The next step will actually be creation of remarketing lists. Because obviously you would like to remarket or re-engage with your existing user base. You would like to engage with all users of your application who have your application installed, or you may also want to engage on different parameters. For doing that, let's go to shared library, audiences sections, and once it loads, so this is account. So remember, in the first step, I actually linked my AdWords account to a Google Play account. Once that happens, you actually start seeing these automatic lists. So this is an automatic list of all the users who have the app installed. Similarly, once you link your AdWords account to a Google Play account, you will also see these automatic lists. So this data is actually coming from Google Play in this case. For creating further, to see what kind of lists are available, you can select like an app here, for example, cereal, select this, choose. So you will be getting a bunch of options here. And if you haven't linked the AdWords account to a Google Play account, for example, it will again ask you to link the Google Play account. So this is why it is very important for you to link the Google Play account with the developer account. You will see a bunch of options here. Once you try to create them, you can create them on the basis of version of your application. You can also create remarketing list on the basis of the custom parameters which you're passing, for example, purchase or registration, etc. And you want to re-engage with users who have done those events in your application. Also, if you have a list of advertising IDs or IDFAs, you can also see the option to upload those once you are in this option of mobile app users and trying to upload a remarketing list. This UI will show you the option of uploading IDFA lists in a CSV file. So these are all the options of how you can create remarketing lists for mobile apps. Now, so once you have completed these steps, whatever you wanted to do at an account level, you are good to go. So you have linked your AdWords account with a Google Play account, you have set up your in-app conversion events, and also you have created remarketing list based on what you want to re-engage with your users. The next step is obviously the campaigns. So if I go to all campaigns, in terms of re-engagement, as Anisha also mentioned, we have offerings on both search as well as display. So if you go to campaign tab, you will select display network. And once it loads, you can see training app display. In this drop down, you will see this engage with mobile app option. Select this one. Select the app for which you want to create this. For example, I will say choose this. I can select devices, device models, operators, Wi-Fi's, etc. depending on who do you want to. Bit strategy you can also select. You can select manual CPC or conversion optimizers. Put up a budget for your normal settings which you have, country targeting, etc. and save and continue. On the next page, I can set up a bid. And in here, I can see like all the remarketing lists. For example, I can select my all user list already selected here. Because I want to re-engage with all the users who have already installed my application. I can narrow it down further by selecting the other targeting options. But for this training, let's only target to users who have already installed my application. In terms of ads, there is a normal text engagement ad, and the other one is the image one. For the text one, you need to provide a headline and a description. So let's say you can put a call to action phase. Now this one is a direct link. So as Anisha mentioned, we have deep links. If your app is deep linked, you will need to provide a direct link to the application. It cannot be a redirect. So for example, this app has a deep link for Sunshine main. So if someone clicks on my ad, this will be taking the user will be taken to the app screen where this deep link will take the user to. I can review and finish. I can select the ad sizes, etc. Done, and save ads. Now, similarly when we come to search, we have again the search app engagement campaign type. So if I select the search network, and let's say this campaign search, I'll select the mobile app engagement campaign type and select my app again. You can select whatever settings you want to select, etc. and put in a budget of your choosing. And again, I'll get some ad text and options. So it will be a text ad only because this is search. I'll put in some ad text. Now this action here, you see that there are two options, which are scheme and host name and path name. If you're unsure about what the scheme and host and path name are, you can ask the developer. For this app, it will be, I've checked it, it's Sunshine is the scheme name, and host name and path name will be green. You also get this option of test this app URI. So if you open, a barcode is generated and you can actually test where this deep link is going to take users to. If you are taken to an app screen or not even an app screen like a Google Play page, then it means that something is wrong with the deep link, and you would probably need to ask your app developer for the correct deep link. As long as you are being taken to the correct app screen, the deep link will work fine during ad serving. And then you can have keyword and save the ad group. Now, another thing which is asked is users are not sure whether the app is deep linked or how they should create. How they can, is there an easy way on how to know whether the app is deep linked or not? So let me show you how this can be easily done. What I'll do is I'll change it, and so I hope everyone can see my screen now. I'm projecting from my phone. So let's see. Can you see my screen? Okay. So
Yes, we can.
okay, thanks.
But I think your phone is locked, so we can just see.
I think there's some issue with the app.
Okay, guys, just hold on for a few seconds. Hopefully, it unlocks. Till then, guys, since the time that it's unlocking, if you have any questions, please feel free to type it in the comment section. Dipesh, your phone has unlocked.
Unlocked, right? Yeah, thanks. So there are a bunch of apps available in the market which you can use to actually quickly see whether the app is deep linked, what is the schema, what is the host name and path name. For example, I use this app which is DL Verify because I find it easy to use. So once I'm in the app, I can see all the apps which I have. And for example, the app I was advertising is Sunshine app. So let's see. I can search in the search bar, click on it, and it will give me all the scheme names which I have. So for example, I want to use a custom scheme name here, which is Sunshine. I'll select that. Then it shows me all the options for host. In this case, it's weather. And then there's a path name. Depending on what I want to advertise, I can select, like, for example, if I want to just go to the main screen of the app, I will select main screen. So this is the construction of my deep link. I can click OK, and on the next page, it will show me what the deep link is, what the deep link will look like in Android-app format. And if I want to test whether which app screen this deep link is going to take me, I can just click on test, and it will take me to the concerned app screen. You can also use it if, for example, if you have a specific deep link of that application you got from the developer and you want to actually see which screen this will take you. What you can do is click on more and insert the deep link here and click OK, and it will again take you to the specific app screen. Yeah, so this is all what I wanted to chat with you about. This is the entire process of how you can implement app engagement campaigns in AdWords account. If there are any questions, happy to take them.
Hi guys. So looks like there are no questions as of now on the Hangout page. What we could do is, put up the questions on the Hangout page, and what we could do is we could email you the answers. The page, I think that would work, right?
Yes, that should be okay. Yeah.
So this is everything we had for today. Thank you for everyone who signed up. Just a few tips for the next sessions. Next week, which is the 25th of May, we will have the next session where we will cover universal app campaigns, right? And then also requesting everyone. Looks like a lot of people were trying to sign into the Hangout based on your official email ID, but you would first need to register. Give us your Gmail ID, of course, and then from there you will get the invite for the Hangout on your Gmail ID and sign in from there. So this is it from us for now. Feel free, go ahead and put in your questions in the comments. We will look at the questions till end of day today, and we will email out the answers to you. Also, in the details section, there is a feedback link. Please go ahead and give us some feedback if you had any kind of technical difficulties, so we could try to fix them for the next one. Right? Thanks a ton for everyone who joined in. Hope to see you again next week. One second, Dipesh. One of the I just see a comment. It says, "Can you please repeat the app name for testing deep linking?"
So I use DL Verify. So I guess if you just search on DL Verify, you should be able to download it. Or I can provide a link.
Is it just one word, DL Verify?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm putting up as a comment, app for testing deep linking. Okay.
If it's okay, I can also share the link with you of the application. Maybe that will be easier.
Sure, that'll be.
Finding these maybe a little difficult. Okay. Yeah.
Sure, will do. So that is it, folks, from all of us here. Hope to see more of you join next week. That'll be 2 p.m. India time and 4:30 p.m. Singapore time. Thank you, Dipesh and Anisha.
Bye.
Bye.